I'm John Sarve. I'm the owner and founder of Floricane consulting firm here in Richmond. When I started the business, I knew I needed a name, and I called a friend in New York who worked for an ad firm and said, could you pull some folks together to help me come up with a name? And he said, we Googled Floricane. And the guy on my team came back and said, well, it's the fruit-bearing vine of a blackberry bush, and he's in the business of helping organizations bear new fruit. And it was the perfect name. We have probably two primary businesses that we're focused on. We spend a lot of time in the nonprofit sector, so we work with a lot of mid to large-sized nonprofits all across Virginia, really helping them on the strategic side primarily and with some leadership support. We also spend time with mid-sized for-profit businesses. So mid-sized clients tend to be organizations of anywhere from about 25 to 50 to 350 employees. So we describe them as they're big enough to experience the pain that comes with having lots of human beings working for you. They're big enough to pay to make the pain go away, but they're not so big that they have their own in-house doctors. So they turn to outside support like Floricane to help fix organizational problems. Self-awareness, management training, and leadership development are kind of our three big cornerstones. We believe that really anybody in an organization, whether it's a frontline employee, a manager, or a leader, can benefit from looking in the mirror and better understanding how am I wired, how do I tick, what motivates me, how do other people experience me in terms of communications and interactions.
The work that we do here at Floricane is for all kinds of clients, those with issues that they need specifically resolved, and those who their organizations are maybe not facing a big dilemma immediately in the moment, but want to be proactive around figuring out how to strengthen their people and strengthen the work that they do.
Clients who are ready to grow and stretch themselves and stretch their organizations into new places, new ways, places they didn't think that perhaps they could go. People that are yearning for something that's more fulfilling than what they're currently doing make for great clients. Clients that are ready to make change, ready to work hard on themselves, ready to do different things and new things. That readiness piece is really, really huge.
We do a lot of work around self-awareness using an assessment tool called Insights Discovery. We've taken about 6,000 people through Insights over the last 10 years, and I've had really good success with it. It's a pretty useful tool, and it's a good starting place for really any sort of developmental journey. The other two lanes that we spend a lot of time on are really management skills, so really helping managers understand ways to engage and motivate and develop the people who work with them in order to achieve business goals. And then we do a fair amount of work around leadership development, helping individual leaders or leadership teams really coalesce around a shared vision, understand how to move that vision into the organization in a way that gets people excited and gives them clarity on where the organization's going, but also helps people understand what they need to do. So what do the individuals in the organization need to do or do differently in order to help achieve that vision?
I'm Samantha Wheeler-Mars, Virginia Commonwealth University. I'm the Senior AVP of Development and Alumni Relations.
My name is Christy Coleman, and I'm the CEO of the American Civil War Museum in Richmond, Virginia.
My name is Steve Rosser, and I'm the owner of Gelati Celesti Ice Cream. We have 4 locations in town and a food truck, and we sell ice cream to restaurants all over the metropolitan area. I had a team of great people, but we were only a good team. So we asked John to help us shape our culture so that we could evolve to being a great team.
We here at VCU wanted to go through a massive organizational change. I was looking for somebody who could come in and help us with some change management. I knew about John Sarve and Floricane. I called him and I said, would you be interested in talking to us about a multi-year contract to work with about 200 employees to change the way that we work?
When the American Civil War Center at Historic Tredegar and the Museum of the Confederacy made the decision to consolidate and to create a new institution, I reached out to John for 3 specific things. Number 1, how could we work towards building a shared culture? Number 2, how could we best train and equip our management team to work with new groups of people? And number 3, how could we help them be more effective as managers by having a better sense of the types of personalities that they were dealing with as well?
When you're working with an organization on strategy or change, you see results kind of on 3 levels. So you see immediate results when you bring people together and you start having a different conversation. Kind of midterm, you start to see people behaving a little bit differently. People will spend time talking to other employees in the organization or asking better questions or maybe thinking a little more deeply around the work they're doing. And then the real impact is long-term. Sticking with it for the long haul is really where you begin to see those results.
He wants to make sure that you understand what success looks like before you set out to do any kind of change management.
John is the best facilitator that I know, and he can draw out from the leadership of a company what they need to do in order to be successful. The leadership training provides a lot of tools for them to be effective, And what's important is that over 2 or 3 years, we've had all of our managers go through the training, so there's a common language that they can refer to.
To help unify the expectations of managers and how they deal with their staff, that was critical, because that is all built around shared value. He didn't establish the values for us. He gave us the framework to figure them out for ourselves.
We've had a great experience with Floricane, and I'll certainly recommend them to any small company that is looking for leadership development.
I'd absolutely recommend Floricane to anybody who is looking for solutions to being a more effective, more ambitious organization.
I would absolutely recommend Floricane to other nonprofits in this community, absolutely, without hesitation. They are extremely good at what they do. Their greatest talent is actually listening and helping to identify where the holes may be. They don't force a cookie cutter response for any organization, which I think is really what makes them successful. They take the time to learn your business and what will work for your business, and to help you frame what you need.
When clients leave, they should know that we care about them, that we're in their corner, but the rest of the journey is theirs.